Hi, everybody. Welcome to Family and Finance. My name is Rose Joshua. Today, as we celebrate Black History Month, I am very, very delighted to introduce to you a rising star, one of our very own, a young lady, really, really rising star. You're going to be seeing a lot of her and hearing a lot of her in the future. I'm going to introduce to you Miss Kristina KASENGULU. Welcome, Kristina. So by way of introduction, real quick, and I know she's going to introduce herself. She's an author, and she's going to tell you how old she is, okay, and how long she's been writing. I'm not going to take the thunder away, but I feel very highly honored to be, sitting and chatting with this famous leader, going to be a global leader over time. I know she's just starting. And then I'm going to now take it away, Kristina. Please tell us about yourself and everything you want us to know. Let's start with how old are you? No, never mind. That is not politically correct. I don't know. But you tell us if you want. Yeah, Kristina, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. Um, so my name is Christina. I'm 17. I've been writing
17. Yes.
I've been writing since I was like maybe 10 or 9. Um, I've had lots of fun writing. I always liked doing it. Um, I would always get like English assignments to write short stories and then write them a little bit longer than I was supposed to because I just really loved it. So, yeah, I just have always loved writing since I was young. Love storytelling, making stories. It was always fun for me.
Awesome. And you have authored a book. Tell us the title of your book, and if do you want to share your screen and show us your book. I know you have a website, so show us what you want to show. I do have your website in front of me, but yeah, talk about your book.
Yes, so the book is called Miami 1992. This is a picture of the book right here. This is the
Mhm.
book. It's available for purchase on my website, ChristinaCasangulu.com, also on Amazon, Apple, Indigo, anywhere where you buy your books, you can find it there. Um, I wrote it when I was 13 during the season of quarantine. It is based on this girl who is named Jennifer Chevrolet. She was born in the 70s, but the year that this book was basically written as a diary, like of her, was in 1992. Obviously, I was not here during 1992, but I wrote this book with the idea of what was life like before all the complications of technology, when it was simply just a phone call, or you would send your friend like a letter, or you would just simply go to their house and go outside instead of sending a quick text. So I kind of wrote it under that ideology, and it's definitely a very fun book filled with life, teenage drama, humor, but also lots of inspiration for the goals you may have in life and how ambition can sometimes harm your relationships and sometimes can help your relationships. So it's really all about that thing. But the main central theme is friendship, which is like something I emphasize on. So yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's a lot in there. I did pick out that you wrote the book during quarantine, whichever way you want to say it. So you wrote it when the world shut down in 2020. That's what you're
Yes.
saying. And so in a time when a lot of people were worried about, oh, I'm home, I'm bored, and then they did stuff that, didn't amount to much, you actually used that boredom. You turned your energy into writing a whole book.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I applaud you.
Thank
So,
you so much.
how does that feel being an author from age 13?
I would say when I was 13 and I first initially wrote the book, I didn't really expect anything to come of it just because I had written other books before, but this was like a book that I actually really liked and I felt like I actually put work into. So I would say at the beginning it was just like, oh my goodness, I wrote a book. I was like, okay, on to the next, I guess. But I feel like now looking back at it, I just can't believe that like 13-year-old Kristina sitting in her mom's room on her mom's laptop, just typing away, is Kristina now with like a published book and all these places. And it's just so crazy to think, like it's so unreal sometimes just think of how far I've come just because of like this one book. And it's just so crazy to think of. But I'm really, really grateful. I'm just grateful for all the people who have like helped me and really supported me. And I'm just really grateful for the whole thing. I'm also really grateful to God because I just know that without God, I none of this would have happened. Like none
For
of it
sure.
from the beginning to the end, from 13 years old to 17 year old, it would have never have happened. So I'm really
For
grateful
sure.
to God.
That's amazing. Grateful to God, yes. And of course, let's talk about your family that supported you. Like, you had a very solid support from your family. You want to talk about that?
Yes, so I definitely did have a lot of support from my family. My biggest cheerleader was my mom. Um, my mom was always the one who was like letting me borrow her laptop for me to write my stories and like doing all
Yes.
these things and inspiring me throughout the whole thing. So my mom was definitely like my biggest cheerleader throughout the whole experiences, and definitely it still is now. She's been
Mhm.
supporting me through all these things, helping me with all these things. So definitely my family has been something that's like been a huge like foundation for this journey. I genuinely don't think I would have been able to like write a book or had the resources to even write a book without my mom in
Mhm.
the picture. So I'm definitely very, very grateful for my family. And even my brother too. Like my brother's he's 15 and he's still like supportive of my journey. So it's pretty fun.
Yes, of course. He's proud of his big sister. That's good. And so, yeah, yes, he should be. You're a good role model. So now, out of this book, you didn't just write a book and then publish it on Amazon and then it ended there. There's a lot more that have happened because you published this book. I know you have been recognized in many places in the community. You want to talk about that?
Yes. So Um, one of the so I would say a lot of things have happened because of the book. I would definitely say the book changed my life. I would say the craziest thing that has happened was when Christina Gray, the MLA from the Woods, came to my house. It was like so like it was just very like wow because I had
Wow.
seen Christina Gray before at the legislature talking or like visiting schools and talking about like other people's books and other people's projects. So I was just like, oh, I didn't think, like I just thought it was something that was very off hands to me. And so
Yes.
when Christina Gray came to my house and gave me a certificate, I was just so in awe. And that's another thing about my mom. My mom was actually the one who went out to Christina Gray and actually like emailed her and talked to her about my book. So again,
Nice.
another thing from my mom. She's always reaching out for me. But yeah, it was very, very a good experience. Like I was so in awe and it was
Wow.
just awesome. Yeah.
So your mom is like your campaign manager, publicity manager,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
And so she did that. But then there's more. You were in the papers also. Tell us about that.
Yes, I was in the papers. It was definitely it's so because it's so weird to see like just if you search me up online, you just see like Christina Kasengulu.
Yes, yes.
So definitely when I was in the paper, I was like, wow, like, whoa, this is crazy. But yeah, it's definitely like I just when I see all these things, I just go back and I'm just like honestly, I just feel grateful for everything that has happened that has brought me here. And
Yes.
I know who got me there. I know the people who supported me to get there. And I just look at it all. I'm just looking to God. I'm just like, wow. Because only God can do this, honestly. But yeah.
Wow. And so you did all of that while you were in junior high. You were not in senior high yet.
I
So
was in seventh grade.
grade seven.
Yeah.
So 7, 8, 9. Look at that. So you did that from grade 7, so through junior high, just really fresh out of elementary school. That's
Yeah.
just amazing. And so how has that affected your relationships with other students? And that's one. And number two, what would you advise young, teenagers to what kind of advice would you have for teenagers? The reason I'm asking that is because teenage is that age range where people sometimes go crazy. I don't know why. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Society expects that because somebody is a teenager, they should go mad, right? But you're a teenager who from age 13 actually wrote a book and became a celebrity, did something that's impacting society. So what advice do you have for fellow teenagers, and how has all of this affected you straight from junior high relationships and all that? That's a lot. Go ahead.
Yes. So, um, when I remember like when the book had gotten published officially, I was in the ninth grade. We started working on it when I was in the eighth grade.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was a little bit shy about it. I didn't really tell anyone at school that I had written a book. I think I told one friend that I was working on it. I was just a little bit shy about it. I didn't really like saying it or like, telling people, oh, I wrote a book, so
Yes.
but eventually people did find out at school and I was a little bit embarrassed, not because like I thought I did, not because I didn't like the book, but just because I was a little bit like more shy. Like really want I didn't I didn't really want like people to know about. I was just a shy. I was a little bit shy, but
Yeah.
it didn't really affect my relationships. I would just say a lot of people who were younger than me, I would say, started to look up to me. I would say people who are same age as me, we still had like our relationships because like, you know, I I didn't really change that much,
Yes.
with all the things that came with the book. But I would say like definitely people who were younger than me started to like look up to me, which was a little bit scary, I won't admit, but like I kind of just learned to embrace it and just, try to be a role model for people who were
Yes.
looking to be like me. And for advice for teenagers, um, I would say the best advice is if you don't respect yourself, it's probably gonna be hard to find respect from others. And
Yes.
don't let people's opinions of you change how who God says that you are. And
Hmm.
keep your circle small. It's especially in high school, keep your circle small.
Keep your circle small.
It's gonna
Nice.
save you from a lot of pain. But yeah, focus. I would say definitely like focus on yourself, have a strong self sense of identity, and your identity, the best place to find it is in Christ. So I would
Yes.
definitely say that as a teenager, it's very, very important because it's so easy. You're surrounded by different people in school or wherever you go, and then it's so easy to change your morals, change who you are. But if you
Yes.
actually have like a firm foundation in Christ,
Yes.
it will be so hard for people to change like your morals, your identity, and all these different things. So I would definitely say like remember who you are in
Yes.
junior high, not just for junior high, but like anywhere. Remember who you are. Keep your circle small, and yeah, don't let people's opinions of you change
Yes.
who you are. Yeah.
Remember who you are. Keep your circle small. And don't let people's opinions change who you are, especially in Christ. I like that. I
Mhm.
really do. I really love that. Um, that's cool. I know that the plan was for me to have a chat with you first, and then next week we're gonna bring in your mom, right? So she can talk about this journey from her perspective and how it's changed, affected the family dynamics, positively, of course. So I'm not gonna steal the thunder from that, but I know your mom is gonna come on board in another episode next week. But I'm really proud of you. I
Thank
have to
you.
say. And I know that you're going places. Don't change. Don't change who you are. Okay.
Mhm.
Sometimes when we're young and success comes at us young, I've seen young celebrities go off a tangent. So you're a celebrity, but by God's grace, we're praying for you, we're rooting for you, we're cheering for you. that you will continue to rise higher and higher, and God will elevate you and make you a real international global phenomenon. Kristina KASENGULU.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
now, you are from what country in Africa are you from?
Congo RDC.
Congo? Is it DRC?
DRC.
Congo, yeah.
Congo DRC.
Congo, yeah. So Congo, DRC. So you do speak French, because I know your book is in French also, and you've
Yes.
done some publicity in French. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you want to say something in French to my French audience? Anything at all? Go ahead.
Um, mes amis français, je vous aime beaucoup. Merci.
C'est ça?
So I
Continue.
so so you want me to say something else in French?
Voulez-vous parler about your book?
Okay. J'ai écrit ce livre quand j'étais 13 ans, durant le temps de confinement à cause du COVID-19. Et c'était une très bonne expérience de publication et d'écriture. Et j'étais très inspirée par beaucoup de personnes dans ma vie. Et je veux juste tout le donner à Dieu qui m'a aidé pour être ici. Et je veux juste dire merci beaucoup à mes amis francophones et mes amis bilingues. Et je vous apprécie beaucoup. Merci.
Awesome. I made you do that. Thank you for humoring me, because I wanted my audience to see you are, multi-talented, bilingual, multilingual, and perfect candidates for Parliament Hill. Because sometimes when they start speaking in English, your MLAs and your politicians, they start in English and then they finish in French. That's actually cool when I see that. But yeah, thank you so very much, Kristina.
Thank you.
Our young, not yet graduated out of high school, she's still in grade 12, wrote
Yes.
a book at 13, author published, and I want to share your website. So this is KristinaKasengulu.com. That is the book, the one book. I know you're writing a couple more in progress. I know that. So you can actually buy the book directly. You can buy through Amazon, Kobo, Goodreads, Apple, iBooks, PageMaster Publishing. And if you actually go to Google and you just Google Kristina KASENGULU, you're just going to see Kristina KASENGULU. She's actually quite famous. My Miami, Kristina. Everything on this page is about this young lady. Everything, no exception. Everything is about Kristina, our celebrity here, and making us very proud in our Black community in Alberta. Thank you so very much, Kristina. I also particularly love that you have your faith in God really grounded, and everything you do and say, you're advising people, stay grounded in God, stay grounded in Christ. And I really like that your faith is who you are. Thank you. Never
Thank you.
change. I'll see you again with your mom this time, but I really wanted to introduce you to my audience, and we celebrate you, my sister.
Thank you so much.
I would like to say my daughter, but sister is good.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I really appreciate you for having me here. Thank you.
Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. God bless you. All right,
God
so
bless you.
everybody, you've heard her. I'm going to share her website on the YouTube description, so you can click on it and go. And if this has been great, please share with your friends and subscribe. And here's another one. If you know any person in your community that you would like us to showcase, by all means, connect with me, 780-680-1334. I love to see these young talents and, showcase them to the world. And, we're so proud of you, Kristina. God bless you. God bless
Thank you.
everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.